In this bulletin, disasters hit Burma in China. One of the oldest Kiwi congregations dedicate a new church. And 200 kids in South Australia join thousands to break a Guinness World Record. This is InFocus Adventist News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. We have been shocked this week by news of earthquakes in China. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck on Monday the 12th of May near Chengdu, flattening schools, factories and leaving at least 8,500 dead. And on Saturday the 3rd of May, Burma was hit by tropical cyclone Guinness. Ursula Borges reports.
The river delta area in the south of the country was inundated with a 12-foot tidal surge and with high winds destroying thousands of buildings, from villages to office blocks. Death toll estimates are in the vicinity of 100,000, with 1.5 million people left homeless. ADRA, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, has staff based in Burma, also known as Myanmar, who are now involved with the UN and non-government organisations in coordinating disaster assessments and food distribution.
ADRA has been established in Myanmar for over 15 years. As such, was able to provide an immediate response in the form of medical aid and food support.
Donations to victims of these disasters can be made via ADRA's Disaster and Famine Relief Fund. This is Ursula Borges reporting for InFocus News.
One of the oldest church congregations in New Zealand has moved to a new location and dedicated its new building this weekend. With 119 years of history, Gisborne Seventh-day Adventist Church in the North Island of New Zealand has produced a long roll call of teachers, missionaries, doctors and church administrators. Pastor Jerry Matthews, President of the Adventist Church in the New Zealand Pacific region, conducted the dedication service at the church's new location on Victoria Street. Adventist church leaders have announced that 4 evangelistic series will be held in the Cook Islands before the end of 2008. This follows a spate of recent conversions on the tiny volcanic island of Atiu, which has only 600 inhabitants.
The church members generally, as well as the pastors, are now in the mood for running evangelistic campaigns.
The government of Wallis Island has granted permission for Seventh-day Adventists to conduct evangelistic meetings there. Most of the 10,000 French-speaking residents on the island, which is situated between Fiji and Samoa in the South Pacific, are Roman Catholic. Pastor Jean-Noel Adeline and 6 others from New Caledonia have travelled to Wallis Island. Now a group of residents are studying the Bible through the Adventist Discovery Centre's Discover Bible course that has been translated into French.
By God's grace is really to make disciples, and that soon we can have a church planted there for the glory of God.
Pastor Adeline originally planned to stay at Wallis Island for 3 months, but he will now stay for a whole year. Adventist leaders based in Goroka, Papua New Guinea, cannot share news with their members on the internet, so they have to get them to come to a public meeting. This month, several hundred members turned up to an open-air meeting to hear reports on the progress of the Year of Evangelism. The plans include the collection of a special offering on May 24 to build a radio and television station in Papua New Guinea.
And the next meeting we're going to have will be at the end of the 3rd quarter of this year. In which we want to ask people to come and contribute money so that we can at least get the radio station going.
Adventists in Papua New Guinea are celebrating 100 years of the church's presence in the country this year. More than 59,000 Australian school children skipped as one to celebrate the 25th birthday of Heart Foundation's Jump Rope for Heart this week. And they may have broken the Guinness World Record at the same time. 200 children took part in the fundraiser from the Adventist-owned and operated Prescott Primary Southern in South Australia. Children skipped continuously for 3 minutes to a mix of jump-related songs. The official record of 7,632 people skipping at the same time was previously held in the United Kingdom. And finally, in this week's record, ADRA Australia's PR director says that the repetition of disasters overwhelms us. 150 Adventists in South Queensland review how they can effectively share their faith, and the Avondale Brass Band played on despite the rain on Anzac Day in Morisset, New South Wales. If you've got a story to share on the weekly news, please contact us and let us help tell your stories. That's the news for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm David Gibbons.